Peace, fam. How are you? Told you I'm on a roll. When these things come to my head, I want to educate you a little bit more on certain things, right? So, this is what I think needs to be addressed, right? So we can separate the sheep from the goats as well, just like we separate the sheep from the goats with our own black on black snakes, right? Um, during the time of the Holocaust, right? During the time of the Holocaust, right? Those Jews that were actually in Europe at the time, right? A lot of them had a strong bloodline, to the Jews with the direct link from Moses, the ones who actually were the ones given the Ten Commandments by Musa, right? These were the civilized devils, as some call them, but I'm going to say the civilized Europeans, right? And so they followed the laws, and they followed the Ten Commandments, and they followed the Torah, right? But when they got down to Poland and Germany and these European places, right, and started teaching um, Jewish slash Hebrew slash now Christianity Ten Commandments laws, right? The real devils, those Germans, right? Didn't like that, right? So they began to slaughter the Jews, right? Um, and the the argument between the problem with it, right? The argument that Hitler had with the Jews was this. Hitler knew that the Jews were not the original Hebrew Jews, right? They were not the chosen Eidos that the Bible was speaking about, right? He knew they weren't them, right? But he also knew that these were the ones who were following the commandments of Musa's Christianity, right? Not King James, but Musa, right? Or not King James, but the Ethiopian Falasha Jews, which are black people's laws, right? So I wanted to get that straight, and so we could get to this next point, right? So Hitler had a problem with these type of Jews, right? Because a lot of them did have connections and bloodlines to the original people because they were the first ones to become civilized. So you had the Moors who were mixing and mingling with them, right? So that's why when you look at a lot of Jews now, they have these eye colors that are amazing. You can tell those who has that actual direct link to the original European Jews. Okay, so I wanted to get that straight, right? So during the Holocaust, you had all of these Jews who were running from persecution, right? And you had the time and the moment when Hitler was putting them in the gas chambers and things of that nature, right? And then you had the uprising, right, where America so-called came in and saved the day, right? So what happened during this time, right? A lot of Hitler's German soldiers, right, begin to mix and mingle with the Jews, right? to escape persecution, things of that nature, right? So once that happened, and then they got that land from the Palestinians that America stole from the Palestinians and put them over there in like 1920, right? So when they went over in that land, right, established as their Israel, right, a lot of the people who were mixed in these crowds were German Nazis, right? So now you have German Nazis who has infiltrated that group of people, right? Does it make sense to you now? Right? And those people has had the privilege since the Holocaust to play God and devil at any time. Right? So don't get it twisted when you say Jews and you thinking that these are the Jews who has the direct link to the Torah or Moses, the ancestors who had the direct link to the Torah and Musa, right? Don't think that a lot of them are them. A lot of them are just German Nazis who integrated with the Jews, right? And escaped persecution by claiming to be a Jew when they were 100% in actual fact a German Hitler soldier. So that's where you get a lot of this mixing and mingling and confusion with why so many that call themselves or Jews are so racist or so evil. Because for you to think of a nation that was persecuted, sent to the gas chambers, and had some of the most horrific things done to them in the moment, the same as us, you would think, oh, these people, why, if that was the case, then why would these people want to do the same thing to us that Hitler did to them, right? And the main reason why these people want to do the same thing to us that Hitler did to Musa's Jews, right, is because they are the bloodline descendants of neo-Nazis. Okay? Let's get that straight between us. Once you learn the history and once you know the history, then everything will make sense, right? We don't have time to really figure them out. It's not our job to do. That's between them and the universe and their actions. That's going to show you better than tell you what they are, right? I thought I'd just make that knowledge born. So don't think that just because somebody say they're Jew or they are direct linked to the Holocaust, that they are actually those actual Jews that from that moment of time. Because a lot of them were nothing but neo-Nazis who escaped persecution, just like when the Indians got their reparations, right? And you had the white people coming in and paying $5 to say they were Indian. Same thing with that group of people, right? So don't get that confused. Don't get it twisted. And even white people know that. A lot of white people know that a lot of Jews are not those Jews that were in Germany or Poland or wherever they were that were being persecuted by Hitler. A lot of them are nothing but white supremacists, neo-Nazis, disguised as Jews. Okay? I don't want to hold this video too long, but I wanted to make that knowledge more so you could understand where I was going with that. With that being said, keep your vibrations high, and I'm out. Peace.